Welcome to the next lecture of electrical measurement. Now in this lecture we will study about the moving iron type instruments. Okay, so till the last lecture we were discussing about the permanent magnet type moving coil instruments, that is PMMC type instruments. So now we will move on to the next class or next category of the instruments, and that is moving iron type instruments. So first of all, to start with this moving iron type instruments, the main difference which these instruments have, if we compare it to the PMMC type instrument, is that in case of PMMC type there was the movement of the coil, whereas in this case, that is the moving iron type instrument, the movement the movable part, rather you can say, is the iron vein. Okay, so in the moving iron type instruments, the system which is able to move, it is actually a soft iron vein, you can say. It's a part of iron, and which is so pivoted, so it is to be acted upon by the magnetic field which is produced by the current in the coil. Okay, so this iron vein is actually kept in the magnetic field which is produced by the current which is being flowing in the coil. Okay, and then the operation is something like this. Okay, so broadly we can say that there are two basic or two major type of moving iron instruments. One is called the attraction type moving iron instruments, the other one is called the repulsion type moving iron instrument. Okay, so in attraction type instruments we use only single iron piece or single iron vein, so that is why single iron is also written here. And in repulsion type we use two different iron veins. Okay, so it is a double iron type, you can say, the instrument. Okay, so if we just have a look on the different components which are there in the assembly of a moving iron type instrument, so these are the main components. That is, first of all, it will have a moving element which is nothing but a small piece of soft iron. Okay, it can either be in the form of a vein or it can either be in the form of a rod. Okay, then we have a coil which is required to produce the magnetic field. Okay, so we know that when current will flow into it, so the magnetic field will be produced. Okay, so it will just magnetize this iron vein which is present in these MI type instruments. Okay, then additionally, in a repulsion type instrument there is one separate fixed vein is used, which we just discussed in the previous slide, that in the repulsion type instrument we are having two different iron veins. Okay, so we can say that additionally in repulsion type we will have one more extra you can say iron vein. Okay, and then the control torque is usually provided by the spring, as we had discussed for PMMC type instruments as well. Okay, so spring control is there in MI type instrument. Then the damping torque is provided by an air chamber and a moving vein which is attached to the instrument spindle. So this type of damping is actually called as air friction damping. So we can also say that these type of instruments, that is MI type, they are having air friction damping mechanism in them. Okay, and then the deflecting torque just produces a movement on the pointer over a graduated scale. Okay, so this is you can say an overview of the different components which are present in a moving iron type instrument. Okay, now if we see the figure of the attraction type instrument, so this figure is for attraction type instruments, attraction type moving iron instruments. Okay, and as we had discussed that in these type of instruments, obviously we'll have moving iron will have a coil. Okay, so the moving iron is you can say a flat disc or sector, whatever it is. It is an iron vein that is eccentrically mounted. Okay, and when the current flows through the coil, okay, so we are also able to see the coil. So this moving iron will be placed in the field of this coil. Okay, so when the current flows through the coil, the magnetic field is produced, and the moving iron moves from the weaker field outside the coil to the stronger field inside it. Or in other words, we can also say that the moving iron is attracted in. Okay, so the controlling torque is provided by the springs, but we can also use the gravity control in some type of instrument, that is panel mounted. Okay, and this is the damping mechanism. This is the air friction damping mechanism. Okay, so it consists of a light aluminum piston, okay, which moves in a fixed chamber which is closed at one end. Okay, so this is about the attraction type instrument, that as soon as the current flow in this coil, this iron, that is, this is the moving iron. So this is, we are seeing the iron part here. Okay, so this coil will produce a magnetic field, and accordingly this moving iron will move according to the magnetic field. And since we have a pointer which is attached to this moving iron, so as this moving iron will move, it will just result in the movement of the pointer over the scale. Okay, so this is the operation of the attraction type instrument. Okay, so this is all being described here. Okay, so this is also, we have discussed that this is the operation of the moving iron type attraction type instrument. Okay, now let us move to the second type, which is called the repulsion type moving iron instrument. Now in repulsion type instrument, in place of one iron vein, as in the case of attraction type instrument, we have two iron veins here in repulsion type moving iron instruments. Okay, so there are two iron veins, we can see. Let us just see the figure. Okay, so this second figure is showing the repulsion type instrument. This is the arrangement. Okay, so further, the repulsion type instrument can be divided into two types. One is called the radial vein type, the other one is called the coaxial vein type. Okay, so in the first of all, let us discuss about the general, you can say, principle of operation of repulsion type. So in the repulsion type, actually the operation is based on the repulsion between the two iron veins which are there. Okay, so these two iron veins which are inside the coil, one is fixed and the other one is movable. Okay, so of the two iron veins which are there in the repulsion type instrument, one iron vein is fixed while the other one is movable. Okay, so what happens, that these are similarly magnetized when the current flows through the coil, and then there is a force of repulsion between the two veins, and which results in the movement of the moving vein. Since one vein is already fixed, so only one vein will move. So if there is a repulsion between the veins, so obviously the vein which is able to move, it will just move away from the fixed iron vein. Okay, so this is the basic operation, you can say, of the repulsion type instrument. Now there are two different designs in this repulsion type. One is called the radial vein, the other one is called the coaxial vein type. Okay, so in the radial vein type, the veins are radial strips of iron. Okay, and these strips are placed within the coil as we have just shown here. So the fixed vein is attached to the coil and the movable one is to the spindle of the instrument. And whereas in the coaxial vein type, the fixed and the moving veins, they are sections of, you can say, coaxial cylinders. Again they are being shown here. Okay, so this is the basic theory of the radial vein type which we have discussed. Okay, so fixed vein is attached to the coil and the movable one is to the spindle of the instrument. Okay, so instrument pointer is attached to the moving vane spindle, obviously, because since it is able to move, so the pointer is attached to this vane, moving vane, and as soon as this vane will move, the pointer will also move over the scale. Okay, so again, this is all theory of this repulsion type, and this is of coaxial vane type. Okay, so this is already we have discussed that current which is being flowing in the coil, it will magnetize both the vanes with similar polarity. Okay, so the movable vane will rotate along the spindle axis due to this repulsive force. Okay, and sometimes this coaxial vane type instruments, they are considered more sensitive as compared to the radial type instruments. Okay, so radial type instruments are more sensitive, and this coaxial vane type, they are moderately sensitive. Okay, now come to the torque expression of this moving iron type instruments. So if Td represents the deflecting torque, then we can write the expression for deflecting torque for moving iron type instruments to be half I square dl over d theta. Okay, so this Td represents the deflecting torque. Okay, this is the inductance of the instrument L. Okay, and theta is the deflection, and I is the current. Okay, so in terms of this inductance, deflection and current, we can write the expression for the deflecting torque to be 1 by 2 I square dl over d theta, whereas the controlling torque can be written as k theta. Again, since the spring type of control is there, so this is the control torque. Okay, this is the control torque, and this is the spring constant k. This is the spring constant. Okay, and theta is the deflection. So at steady state, you can say, or at equilibrium, these two torques should be equal. So it means controlling torque will be equal to the deflecting torque. That means k theta should be equal to half I square dl over d theta, and from here, if we write the expression for deflection, that is theta, then we will get half I square over k dl over d theta. So from this expression of the deflection, we can see that deflection, that is theta, is directly proportional to the square of the current. Okay, so deflection is proportional to the square of the RMS value of the operating current. So, and the deflecting torque is therefore unidirectional. Okay, so whatever may be the polarity of the current, the deflection will always be in the same direction. And one more thing is there, that since the deflection is proportional to the I square, so these type of instruments, they have non-uniform scale marking. Okay, so this thing was opposite in case of PMMC type instruments, in which we have seen that the scale was uniform. So due to this nature, that is deflection is proportional to the square of the current, that is, it is following the square law. So these type of instruments, they have non-uniform scale. The scale is cramped at the lower end, okay, while it is different at the other end. Okay, so whatever be the polarity of the current, the deflection will be proportional to the square of the current, that is the deflection will be in the same direction, and hence this moving iron instrument can be used for both DC as well as AC type of measurement. So this is again one difference which moving iron type instrument have with the PMMC type, that is first of all it is having non-uniform scale, whereas the PMMC type they have the uniform scale. And the other one is the moving iron can be used for AC as well as DC measurements, but PMMC type instruments they are always used for DC measurements. Okay, so this is the difference between these two instruments. And these moving iron type instrument they are most common if we talk about the use of these instruments. So most commonly they are used, and in laboratory measurements also, the voltmeter, ammeter. So most of these instruments they are moving iron type. Now if we talk about the advantages which these instruments offer, so first of all they are suitable for AC as well as DC type of measurement. So this can be considered as one advantage of these type of instruments. Secondly, they are more robust as compared to the other type of instruments. One more thing is that it is also economic. Okay, that is it is having low cost as compared to the PMMC type instrument. And the errors due to the friction it is less in these type of instruments, since the torque weight ratio is high. Okay, whereas there are also some errors which are present in these type of instruments, like the error due to the temperature variation first of all. Okay, so the effect of the temperature actually changes on the moving iron type instrument. They arise chiefly, you can say, from the temperature coefficient of a spring. Okay, and whereas in the moving iron type voltmeter the error are caused with the self heating of the coil and the series resistance. Okay, so the temperature of the coil may increase by maybe 10 or 20 degrees Celsius for a power consumption of 1 watt. Okay, so therefore the resistance increases, and it ultimately causes a decrease in the current for a given voltage, which results in a decreased deflection. So just to avoid these type of error, that is the errors due to the temperature coefficient, so we can use a series resistance which should be made of a material like magnin, and which has a small temperature coefficient. Okay, and the value of the series resistance should be large as compared with the coil resistance, in order to minimize the errors due to the self heating. Okay, so this is the error due to the temperature variation. Then we also have some error due to the friction, but these type of error are generally less since the torque weight ratio is high. Okay, one more source of error can be due to the spray magnetic field, because the errors due to the spray magnetic field they are appreciable as the operating magnetic field is weak here. Okay, so in case of moving iron type instrument, the operating magnetic field is weak, and that is why the errors due to the spray magnetic field can appear here. Okay, so such type of error depend upon the direction of the spray magnetic field relative to the instrument, the head of the instrument. Okay, so these errors can be minimized if we use an iron case or a thin iron shield over the working parts. And lastly, there may be errors with the which are due to the frequency errors only, but these type of error appears only if we are working with AC measurements. Okay, so you can say that the changes in frequency may cause error due to the change of reactance of the working coil, and also due to the change of magnitude of the eddy currents which are set up in the metal parts of the instrument. Okay, so these are certain types of errors in these type of instruments. So with this much we stop today. This is all in this moving iron type instrument. And next type of instrument is the electro dynamometer type, that we will take up in the next lecture. Thank you very much.